Welcome to Get Strong with Kaizzad. We are in the arm series, triceps, and we've already had 2 episodes where we discussed the close grip bench press, the parallel bar dip, 2 fabulous exercises for the triceps, and now the 3rd exercise that's worth doing for the triceps, which is the cable pushdown. Again, a highly misunderstood exercise. People don't understand that the name of the exercise itself is push down, and they end up doing an extension, a tricep extension instead. Let me explain by actually, instead of explaining to you, let's see a visual of Kamlesh doing both the right exercise called as the cable push down and what most people end up doing, which is the triceps extension. First, do the cable push down. I'll explain all the steps of doing it correctly. The exercise is called as a cable push down, and that is exactly what you're seeing Kamlesh do. He's pushing down. It is a compound movement. There's a passive movement of the shoulder, and there is obviously movement at the elbow. Okay, so this is what you see most people do. See, circular movement. Elbow stays in place. Now don't get me wrong, the triceps are working in this because the function of the tricep itself is elbow extension. But I don't like using the elbow in isolation. The elbow was not meant to be used in isolation. This is a very weak movement. Watch the correct movement again. Now he's going to be doing justice to the name of the exercise, cable pushdowns. Watch. As he achieves elbow flexion in the eccentric, the elbow actually hinges backwards. Now he's not extending his elbows. The elbow extension is happening as a part of the push down. Hence there's movement at the elbow joint and the shoulder joint. Okay, Kamlesh, thank you. First, take hold of the bar. And again, I see a lot of people playing around with grip. Extremely narrow grips or wide grips, most often in the tricep push down, or when people do extensions of the tricep push down, they tend to go for very, very close grips, thinking that it tends to work the triceps better. Making a grip this narrow or using a rope attachment just makes the movement awkward, that's all. It doesn't do anything more for the triceps. In fact, if you keep a shoulder width grip, then you're basically using this pushing action, or rather doing the pushing action unhindered. There is no part of the body that's hindering the movement. And the comfort allows you to take more weight, the comfort allows you to exert a lot more intensity. Okay, so first the grip. Hands parallel to each other, shoulder width grip on the bar. Then just simply bring the handle down, pull it down. After you've brought the handle down, very important for you to get the cable perpendicular to the floor. So walk in a bit more. Now you see that the cable is completely straight. You see, if the cable is at a tangent, then the pressure that you're feeling off the weight or the resistance is not completely upwards, it's also getting pulled forward because the cable is at a tangent. So extremely important the setup that once you get the handles down, you walk up till the cable is completely and totally straight. Now you give a slight hip hinge. Okay? Once you do that, the hand becomes completely, the arm becomes completely unhindered. Now your task is to get this handle up in a straight line. If I were to watch the cable, I should not see the cable getting into a tangent. You see, when Kamlesh is standing straight and doing an extension, do an extension. You see how the cable sways? Do it again. Because it's a circular movement, you'll see the cable move. Now Kamlesh will give a slight hip hinge and actually do what we call as a push down. You'll see the elbow hinging backwards because he wants to get the bar up in a straight line. Okay. So when he gets the bar up in a straight line, do you see the cable wavering now? The cable is completely straight. the resistance is in the perfect direction. Another variation that people love is this rope attachment. I don't know what it is that people think that this rope attachment is supposed to achieve, but they end up doing a tricep extension, isolated tricep extension on this rope, and they swear by this rope as being the most effective way of doing a triceps pushdown. Kamlesh, let's do this. Remember that with a rope attachment, you can't help but do an extension. You can't really do a compound movement. Now this is, again, working the triceps, but not optimally. It is definitely not working the triceps as well as a pure pushdown does. What about this grip? You see, on the bar, his grip is prone. On the rope, his grip is a hammer. When it comes to the extensors of the arms, I told you, there is a common insertion point, which is the elbow, the olecranon process, this particular point. All the three triceps converge to this particular point. So because there is a common insertion at this point, and this point is fixed, and this point is not affected by whether the palm is supinated in the hammer position or in the prone position, the recruitment of the tricep muscles of all the three heads will remain the same whether you extend with your hand in a hammer grip or you extend with your hand prone. There will not be the minutest of change in the recruitment of these muscles. If you found these videos worthwhile, useful, they've really helped you in your workouts, made your workouts more efficient, do subscribe to TheHealthSite.com.